everyone. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with our Q&A, so let's get started with the very first question. From Mulberry Lover 34. I am thinking of getting my first Louis Vuitton. Would you choose the Speedy 25 in Demi-Ben or the Alma PM in the same print? Ooh, showdown of the classics. Both are classic bags and both are extremely iconic. However, if you like a little bit more structure, I'd say the Alma PM is a great way to go. And it actually fits quite a bit in there. And the Speedy 25, even though I love my Speedies, it doesn't hold its shape as much, but you can still fit quite a bit in there. So both of them fit around the same amount of items, but for structure purposes only, I would have to go with the Alma PM. And do you think that Louis Vuitton is a good choice to move from Mulberry? Absolutely. I love the leather that Mulberry has, and I think that when you dive into Louis Vuitton, I think you'll be very happy. So yes. Louis Sunshine Simone, looking for a compact wallet for my favorites. How do you feel about the compact Sarah in comparison to the zippy coin purse? Okay, so the compact Sarah wallet is exactly what it says. It's a smaller version of the original Sarah wallet, or the new model Sarah wallet, and it retails for $560 here in the States, and it's probably about this big. And even though I'm not a fan of the Sarah wallet look, I still think it's a pretty good wallet, especially for the price point, because I do believe it has, I could be wrong, but I think it has 8 credit card slots, or it might have 6. I don't remember, but it has a little compartment in the middle for added security. And I mean, I don't think it's as compact as you can go for the favorites, but I still think it's a pretty good wallet. So, like I said before, especially for the price point, it's not bad. Okay, but before I forget, out of both of them, oh man, I'd probably have to say the Sarah wallet from the zippy coin purse, just because the zippy coin purse is, I mean, it's so small and it can fit just about the essential cards that you need. But if you need a little bit more space, the Sarah wallet would be obviously the better choice, or the compact Sarah wallet. So out of the two, I'd have to say the compact Sarah. Okay, excuse me, Wizard, I love that name, for a zippy compact wallet for everyday, Monogram or Vernie Amarant. I absolutely love Vernie for zippy coin purses or zippy compact wallets. However, because it's something that if I personally had it, if I dealt with it every day and I was, interacting with it every single day, I would go for the Monogram, just because it's that much more carefree. You don't have to worry about it. It's all canvas, and versus the Amarant obviously is a leather, and depending upon if you put it up against receipts or if you put it up against other things, you can get color transfer, even if it's the color Amarant. So just for that purpose, I would have to go for the Monogram. Okay, Pink Coffee. Did you end up doing anything with the Alma you got from the consignment store? I have not. I actually have it right here to show you guys. Here it is. I still have it, and I didn't do anything to it. I chose to just leave it exactly the way that it is. The bag has a story to tell, and who am I to try to clean it up? But I've been thinking about selling this. I don't use it as much as I thought I would have, but I don't know, when I think about getting rid of it, I just love the colors, and I love that it's an Alma, so I don't know, but nope. She's still very much so in my collection. Love the colors. Sucker for the colors. Okay. Claire does makeup. I'm looking for a more compact wallet card holder to hold about 10 cards. I never carry cash or coins, so cards are my main priority. What would you suggest? Well, as we talked about before, you could do the compact Sarah wallet if that's something that you'd like, because it does have, like I said, the added zipper for security. However, there are a few other options you can do, my dear, and I honestly think that clay would be a great way to go. And an empreinte clay obviously fits a lot more than most of the other clays because it's a lot bigger, or just the style in general, not necessarily empreinte. But I just like the fact that the empreinte, you have a little bit more flexibility. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick snapshot I have way more than 10 cards in there, and it's crazy how much I have used this as a wallet. I think after today, I'm going to give it a little bit of a rest because I've been using it non-stop. But I really think that the clays are great little compact wallets. And then if you're thinking, obviously, okay, so the Empreinte retails for $4.40. If you did the canvas clays, the new model, the Demi Ben, that one fits probably about 8 cards comfortably, and that one retails for $200. And obviously if you did the Vernie version of this, it's $3.90. So they have good price points, and you can utilize them for a lot more than just a wallet if you ever wanted to. So that's good. Another one that I want to share with you is actually this Chanel card. It's a port, it just says port card, and it's like the old card case. Wait just a second. And it's just this one right here. Very simple with the caviar leather, so you don't have to worry about scratching it. And you have a ton of space in there to be able to fit more than 10 credit cards if you ever needed to. So it's just simple. You don't have to worry about any other pockets for coins or anything. And I do believe at the time, I think this one was maybe it was $3.50 or $4.10. I can't remember because I know that it went up in price. But that's also another option that you can do. And I have used this when I travel as a wallet, and even when I'm going compact, because it doesn't take up too much space. Especially if you were to compare it to the Empreinte clay. The Empreinte clay is still a lot taller. So it depends how compact you really need to go. But they're probably around the same depth. But I really like both of them. They're both great pieces. Okay, let's see. Amanda Marez. Oh, I'm so sorry. You said you sold 5 bags. Can you share which bags you sold and why? Well, apparently I can't do math because I actually ended up selling 3 bags very recently. And the 3 bags that I sold were the Louis Vuitton Eva clutch in the monogram print, the Pochette accessoire in Demi Ben, and I also sold my Moyen Montserrat in the MM size. Even though I absolutely loved these items, and I still rave about them, even though they're not in my collection anymore. They're very small, and I want bigger bags. I started noticing that I started to get a lot more smaller bags, and I like totes and I like larger bags, so I figured I would sell those and be able to put money towards a bigger bag. And I was able to do that with the Artsy, so I was very, very excited. But yes, those beauties are with other LV addicts. Happy to say. Okay, and Pally, I'm so sorry. 1240. Do you like the Louis Vuitton Capucine? What size would you get? Would you do the colored interior? Funny you should say the Capucine. When I went to return the Palace, I actually looked at the Capucine because I think it is a beautiful bag. And if I was to get one, I'd probably get the MM size. And I really like the classic black look, or with the gold hardware, or there's like a beige with the gold tone hardware, and it's just, I mean, they're absolutely stunning. I'm not a fan of the colored interior, especially because the black one that I saw there had pink interior, and normally I would be all for it, you know, black and pink, it's a great combination. But for a bag with that price tag, I would just want it to be a classic color. And I would just want it to be all black or all beige with the gold tone hardware. But I absolutely love the bag. It is beautiful. The GM is enormous. And I think she brought out was it the BB? I can't remember, but it's a little too small, but I love the structure of the bag. My goodness, gorgeous. Okay, Melissa Pinton. I'm sorry. I own a Speedy 30 in Demi Ben. Thinking of getting a Neverfull, but I can't decide on the pattern. I love monogram, but afraid straps will get dirty. I'm a clean freak. What do you think? I like a little bit of variety in my bags. If I have something in Demi Ben, I always want to get something in Demi Azur or monogram. And I am just as bad of a neat freak. I freak out about any little, thing, but once I get over that initial hump of a brand new Vachetta, I'm okay. And let me just show you guys my Monogram Neverfull. It's, I don't even remember. I think it's like 3 or 4 years old. It's a beautiful bag. And it's still, I mean, the patina looks great. I don't treat any of my bags. I just really like the natural process that the patina takes, that the leather takes when it naturally oxidizes. And it's just beautiful. As you can see, there's no major stains or anything like that. Maybe just a little, but that's just the flap on top of the other one there. But I just absolutely love it. Nothing wrong with it. Maybe the top part of the handles are just a little bit darker than the rest. But for as old as it is, I think it's going on 5 years old. I could be wrong. Maybe 4 or 5 years old. But it's still in great, great shape. And I don't worry about it whatsoever. I just kind of, you know, fling it on my shoulder and it is what it is. So sometimes I feel that the more I worry about the patina, or the more I worry about a bag, the quicker it gets ruined. I don't know if that's just me, but I've noticed that. Sometimes I'll just kind of, if I could put a bubble around the bag and walk around with it that way, sometimes I would. But I just feel that I'm a lot more clumsy when I'm that careful. But when I'm very carefree, prime example, my Neverfull and Demi Azur, I don't worry about that bag at all. I'm so careless with it. It's not even funny. My husband just looks at me in awe. And I have yet to report not a single solitary inch of color transfer on that bag. So I don't know. I think that the Monogram is beautiful, especially when it patinas. It just gives it that, I don't know, it just looks very, I think it's very appealing. But I know that a lot of people like, you know, the very, the Vachetta when it's fresh Vachetta, but I think you'll be okay. And I think adding variety is pretty good, especially because you can wear it year round, just like Demi Ben. Okay. Celia Romero, with a Speedy 30 in Azur, what's the best way to take care of the Vachetta from darkening so quickly? Also, if you would recommend a Louis Vuitton bag in Azur, which one would it be? No Neverfull, as I already own one. Okay, so let's tackle the first one. The Speedy 30 in Azur. What's the best way, especially in the summertime because of the heat and the humidity and stuff like that. For some reason, Azur pieces just sometimes tend to patina the fastest. But again, I don't treat any of my bags. Here is my Azur and the Speedy 30, and it still looks pretty good. I mean, it's not as dark as the Neverfull. Let me just show you guys a quick side-by-side comparison. I don't want the camera flying off. So as you can see, this one's a lot older, but it still has a medium patina, I would say. And this one's, you know, lighter patina is starting to get a little bit darker, but I'm not careful with this one either. I absolutely love it. I didn't use it for a little while just because it was the ultimate souvenir when I first went to Paris. And yeah, again, I just use it, grab and go. The only thing that I would say is try not to use lotion right before you use your bag. And if you come in contact with water, always dry your hands, you know, obviously dry your hands first and then handle the bag. Other than that, I think it'll be fine. It's, like I said, I like the natural process that they take. But if you absolutely want to keep it at its prime, there's obviously there's a solution that you can use. It's called Apple Guard, Loving My Bags. There's so many different things that people can put on the bag to try to keep it from patinaing and leaving its, you know, its beautiful Vachetta look that they like at that moment. So if you like a little bit of light Vachetta or a light patina, you can put that stuff on there, and it pretty much, in a sense, it seals it. But again, it won't have that natural process. But, you know, everyone is different. Everyone likes different things. So you can always pre-treat it. That would be a good way to go with Azur. And as far as a Azur bag that I would recommend, and no Neverfull, you could probably do the new Delightful. I mean, it's such a cute bag, and I love the pink interior, and it's What I like about the Delightful is the fact that the reason why they gave it the name Delightful is because it's a delight to wear it, because it's so lightweight. So it's a tote. It has one shoulder strap. You don't have to worry about it, and it's just so comfortable. So I think the Delightful is out of all the Azur bags that I have seen out there lately, I'd have to say that the Delightful is the best way to go, because the other ones tend to get a little bit heavy, or they just tend to get a little bit cumbersome. But I really do like the the Delightful, especially because it has one shoulder strap. You don't have to worry about dual straps. Okay, Tracy Platt, how much do you trust the sunglass case? I splurged on a pair of Celine Sunnies, and I'm nervous about such expensive sunnies in it. The Louis Vuitton sunglass case, I wish I had it here to show you guys, but I don't, so I apologize. I do trust it. Currently, I have my Fendi sunglasses in there, and I've used it with Fendi sunglasses, with Chanel sunglasses, you know, expensive sunnies as well, and I'm okay with it. I don't like the big bulky cases that they come with. The only one that sometimes is an exception, or that used to be an exception, is the Chanel cases, just because they're so beautiful. But it's fine, especially because it has the microfiber lining on the inside. It keeps them from scratching, whereas if you were to put them in something else. So I think it'll be fine. But again, I know it's a lot of money for the sunglasses. So if you are adamant about doing it, just be careful. And maybe it's not something that you would want to invest your money in. But I think you said that you had it coming and in the mail. But I think you'll be fine. I do. I really do. You don't have to worry about that big bulky case. Okay, 2028. I'm obsessed with Empreinte Clay, but can't decide whether to go for the red for a splash of color or go with classic black. Are they bringing out any new amazing colors? I was actually talking to my essay yesterday, and there are no new colors coming out. I asked if it came in the color Dahlia, I would be the first person in line for that, because I can imagine how beautiful it would be. And to be honest, when I thought about the Empreinte Clay, I originally was going to go with the classic black, because obviously it's classic, it's black, it can go with anything. But just like you, I wanted a splash of color. So if I was to put this in my GST or my Celine or something like that, I can always see it. It's easy to see, and it just adds a lot of fun and a lot of color to what you're already carrying in your bag. So that's why I opted for the Rose Ballerine. And I will be doing a review on it tomorrow, so look out for that, because it's time. It's time to do a review on it. But I say go for a splash of color, especially if you have other another reason why I got this color was because the smaller wallets that I have from Chanel are black and gold. So again, I just wanted something completely different, and I'm so glad that I was able to add a pop of color. So I say go for color, because you can always get the black, especially because it's a staple Empreinte color. Maybe do something fun that's limited, like the Rose Ballerine. I know, or the red. The red is beautiful too. Okay, Yoka Gomez. I have had the Portobello for 2 years now, and I just noticed the canvas cracking. I took it back to the store, and they didn't do anything about it. Can I even sell it? I feel Louis Vuitton is not putting the work and quality into their bags. I take good care of my bags. You know what, sweetheart? You are not alone. We all, it's really a shame, because especially the fact that they didn't do anything. And I know it's 2 years old. And I think from what you said in your comment, you said that Louis Vuitton said it was normal wear and tear. I'm sorry. I love the brand, but 2 years of using a bag, and I don't think you used it consistently, if I remember correctly. 2 years of using a bag with that kind of price tag, why should the canvas start cracking? And I know that sometimes these things happen, whether it's Chanel, some people are really bummed out about the quality recently. I have had no problems with it as of yet, but it's a shame. And why wouldn't they want to do something to make you feel better, especially if it's 2 years old and the canvas is cracking? No, there's nothing you can do. And I have seen people sell cracked canvas bags on eBay, and they still sell and people still go for them. But I know what you mean. You feel that, I don't know, there's just something that makes you upset. It makes you wonder if you want to continue to invest in the brand. I know exactly how you feel, or what you mean by that. And I don't know. I wish, yes, you can sell it. Obviously, it won't have as good of a resale value because it has the cracked canvas. But I don't know. I wish I could be more help, but I don't know. I don't I don't like that feeling, especially when it's that. I mean, if it's a 15-year bag and you've used it every single day, that's a whole different story. But again, when we invest this much money into these bags, we expect what we're paying for. And when that doesn't happen, it doesn't leave a warm and fuzzy feeling in us. And I can understand what you're going through. So I wish there was something that I can tell you to make it feel better, but I don't. I'm so sorry, doll. Okay, Amanda King. Would you buy a $1,500 designer bag if it wasn't from one of the older main fashion houses, i.e. Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Prada, Celine? I'm 50-50 on this. I would, if it's something that I absolutely loved, something that I knew that I would use and get function out of. I wouldn't purchase it just because it's pretty. Obviously, I've learned that lesson now. But I'd have to say the main reason why I stick with the older fashion houses, obviously they're doing something right if they've been around this long. And I do like the fact that if I do invest in some of these bags, I can expect that if I sell them, I can get some kind of money for it. You know what I mean? So I don't have to worry that my money is completely gone in a $2,500 bag. It's just gone. I don't have to, it's never coming back. Whereas when you buy from one of these fashion houses, I can have a little bit of peace of mind saying, okay, if in the future I'm not a fan of the bag, I can always resell it and get some of my money back. So that's the main reason why I stick to these main fashion houses. That's why I do anyways. I know other people do for other reasons, but I would buy a $1,500 bag if I just absolutely fell in love with it. So the hunt is on. When we were in Italy, we went into a shop. I don't even remember the name of the shop. I didn't buy anything in there, but they had these extremely beautiful bags, and they were like 3,400 euros. So they had a hefty price tag, and it wasn't a main fashion house that's known worldwide. And I fell in love with the bag, but I could not pull the trigger. I was just like, no, I can't, because I know I want to go to Chanel, and I know I want to go here, but it is a beautiful bag and I will never forget it. But it was going to lose its shape, and at that price tag, ain't happening. Okay. And, oh man, let's see. Tara Ramos, I'm looking to purchase my first Chanel bag soon. I'm debating between the wallet on chain or the jumbo flap. Okay, so both are absolutely beautiful, and both are beautiful. I mean, both are great pieces from the fashion house. And last week I told you guys that the walk is a great starter piece, and I always think that smaller pieces to get used to the leather, to get used to the brand, are always a great way to go. However, when it comes to the jumbo versus the walk, oh man, I'd have to say the jumbo, solely because don't wait like I did. I knew that I wanted the jumbo flap. Like I told you guys before, way back when I had other Chanel bags, I'd sell them. I didn't use them. They sat there. But when it comes to a jumbo flap, had I purchased it when I wanted to, when I should have, I would have saved so much money. I mean, it's insane how much the price increase has gone up since I wanted to purchase it. And I think that just for that reason, the jumbo flap would be a better way to go because the sooner you get it, the less you have to worry about price increases, especially because the price increases are such a hefty amount. If I'm not mistaken, they're $500 every time they go up in price. So that is a lot of money. And tack on tax on top of the already ginormous price tag. I would just have to say, go for the jumbo flap first, and you get that out of the way, and then you can go for the walk. Because obviously it's pretty much a lot less than half of the jumbo. So jumbo for sure. Okay. And Telda Cruz 2011. I'm so sorry. I want to purchase the Louis Vuitton 6-ring key holder in the classic monogram print. Not sure if I should go for the rose ballerine. Okay, so I have had this question quite a bit, and even though I am absolutely obsessed with the color rose ballerine, and I think it's a great pop of color and stuff like that, the only reason why I would say go with the classic monogram or the demi ebene, is because, as I said before, keys are very dirty. The last thing that I want to deal with is having to baby this piece right here. This thing has fallen on the dirt, on the grass, concrete, whatever it is. I am not careful with this piece at all. You wouldn't even think it's Louis Vuitton because it's all about function when it comes to this. And the reason why I say monogram is because keys are dirty. And do you see this right here? This little mark right here? It's just because the rubbing that the keys are going to leave. So all that residue, I would hate to see that residue on the rose ballerine, especially because it's already a light color. And I know if I purchase the rose ballerine, and trust me, for those of you that have this piece in rose ballerine, congratulations. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. But if it were me, I would start looking at, the dirt and the residue that it's starting to get, and I wouldn't feel as happy using this piece, because I would always look directly at the at the residue here. But let me just do a close-up of it. See how you can see that right there? And I've cleaned it before, and it has it right there and right here, especially from my keys rubbing up on it. So it's gonna happen. I mean, you can baby this piece, but for something that I need function out of, that I don't have time to sit there and coddle it, I always say go for monogram or demi ebene. So much more carefree than any other color. But if I could keep it clean and make it stay beautiful, I would. So like I said before, for those of you that have this piece in rose ballerine and keep it looking fresh, kudos to you. Okay. Jesse, what are your thoughts on the Westminster PM? I like that it's a zippered tote and perfect size. What do you think? I think that the Westminster bag, it obviously comes in demi ebene, so that is a major, major win. It's a structured bag. I do like the zipper pulls that it has at the top. And I think maybe the top part, because it's all of that treated leather, might be a little uncomfortable when you're carrying it. I don't know. I haven't personally tried on the bag, but I know a few others that you can try is the Sienna PM, and it's a little bit smaller, but it still has the same structure, and it does come with a crossbody strap, if I'm not mistaken. Another one is the Turin. The Turin is extremely popular, and same thing. It has the same kind of silhouette. They all keep their structure, but they all pretty much, they vary just a tiny bit in size, but those are the three that I think are the most comparable. But I think the Westminster, like I said, you can't go wrong with the demi ebene bag, but it might be just a little too structured. I know, whoever thought I'd ever say those words, right? Okay, so I think that does it, you guys. That is all the questions. As I said before, in all my other Q&A videos, there's some that I do have to answer online. So if you did not hear them here today, please be sure and check them out. And if you guys are wondering where you guys can ask questions for Minks Monday, you can either ask me on Instagram through a direct message or just leave it on the most recent video, because that way when I sit down to write them down, you know, for the following video, I will be able to see them. But that is it, you guys. That is all I have. And I did want to, one of my subbies, I am so sorry, I forgot your name, but they asked me to share my, the YSL lip gloss that I tend to wear in most of my videos, even though today I'm wearing baby lips. It is actually this one right here, and it's called Golden Gloss, number 10. From Yves Saint Laurent, and I just really like it. It's pink, it's got glitter. How can I not like it, right? But anyways, that's all I have for you guys, and like I said, stay tuned tomorrow for the Empreinte clay from Louis Vuitton, the Rose Ballerine review. So I will see you all tomorrow, and as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.